personality, I would say I'm a very energetic person, and that's not something that I say. Many people have shared that. Probably I have the same energy from morning to evening, but that's something because I love doing what I'm doing, and I think that kind of keeps me going. Probably the second bit is in terms of I'm a people's person. So I enjoy talking to people, listening to people more than talking. I think I like listening to people. And probably that's what keeps me going. I started off here with a different role, and the kind of role that I'm leading now has been a huge and a broad spectrum, so to say. The challenges are very unique, different from what I had done before. It's a very young organization, creating a plethora of opportunities. In fact, something that I really like about the place, I would say, is the kind of psychological safety net that the organization really creates. It allows you to kind of, take those risks. I think one very nice thing is it allows you to learn from your failures. I would say it's your whys, you know what you're doing, you like what you're doing, you know that you're making that difference, contributing meaningfully to the people that you work with. I think, be it business teams or my HR team, I think there's some really brilliant set of people who kind of inspire you in their own way, and I think that really uh, makes you love coming to work every day. And also the very fact that you're adding and contributing very meaningfully to the entire organization vision, and the kind of pride that I believe a lot of people in the organization take. And that's something that really keeps you going, or keeps me going for sure. In fact, yeah, it's slightly hilarious, I would say. This was the very first day that I had joined. I come from an organization. In fact, I had spent 11 years with that organization. And after that, I took up this role. The very first day when I came in, my onboarding, I would say, I was made to sit in a very dingy place. Almost for 2 hours, nobody really came, attended to me. And they told me, you can sit here, fill the forms. They were like this fat pile of forms. And yeah, I was filling them. And I was wondering, like, does somebody really care that I have joined? And that happened. Then somebody came with a post-it and said, you can call this a number if you have any issues with the laptop. The laptop wasn't working. And I was like, okay, something to the effect of, ye kahan aa gaye hum time. I call up that number, and somebody said, why are you calling me? I have a lot of work to do. And I'm like, really, is that where I have come? But it was an entire prank, I would say. And thereafter, I would say they really made it so memorable. Jizabai Bhosle, Shivaji's mother. I think I really find her inspiring because we talk about Shivaji as a great leader, or a warrior. But I think she was the lady who basically who fueled that kind of faith, courage, and inspired him to be the kind of leader that he turned out to be. And I think her teachings, her nurturing. So, the thought that it leaves me with, you don't always have to be a leader. Nurturing leaders, or creating those leaders, is also as inspiring and as important. And probably that's something that kind of stays with me. Like I said, yeah, varied books, but maybe something that I liked, probably very many, but something very simple and light-hearted is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, I would say. I think because the whole theme revolves around achieving your dreams basically lies within you, and I think that kind of is something that sticks or stays. Maybe what kind of I just would reflect is Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're always right. And I think, I believe it's the attitude that always matters. So maybe one message that I would like to leave is, let's make things happen.